Hello, people of Earth. See if anybody comes in here. See if there's notifications working. Harmon Hara, what's up? Rick Jones, Nate Tess, Daniel Nottingham, Mickey Films. Everybody's coming in here. All right. Thumbs up. Snorlord says other trucker James Best. TK, every fuel island is screwed. Shave your beard, old man. What's up? No, I'm not shaving. I'm trying to go for that Thor look. Although my beard's curling over. Tell us. Here's what I'm looking at. Whoa. That's what I'm looking at. I'm hearing the bobtail parking. Woo! Look, I'm next to a Swift. Kind of scared. Yep. I'm in the bobtail section. Looks like they're on 30, says Mandana. Nope. Nope. New house, what's up? I am at the Flying J in Pontoon Beach, Illinois, otherwise known as Edwardsville. Gee, Steve, why aren't you at the Edwardsville Schneider Yard? Well, because I don't have a trailer. And I'd rather stay here. So, but yeah, I get to watch all the Fuel Island craziness. I could go over in the RV section and park where all the other bobtails are. There's only like 5 of us here. I don't know, it just depends on how close these trucks get. You're at Park 70. Daniel, I was just down there at the Loves getting fuel. I delivered down there. Yeah, I might have to move. These trucks are getting awfully close. We'll see. Why no trailers? Because Walmart's hogging them all. Sean Price, what's up? Go across the street and hit the blue beacon. No, it's cloudy. Ronald Burris, what's up? How are things going with you, sir? And your fresh IC-ness. Fresh owner-operatorship. How are things going for you, Ron? I have not heard from you, so that either means really good or really bad. Oh, man. I really don't have a whole lot to say, other than I'm bored. But my strategy of coming to St. Louis has paid off, because I got a load picking up tomorrow, going right by my house. Mr. Freight Shaker Gary. Nothing witty. How's it going? Ready for a break. Yeah, I hear you. Southside, whoa. Southside Trucker, hey, what's up? All you need is somebody not to set brakes and boom. I know. I might go to the bobtail area. I could park on the other side of this bobtail over here. But it's right next to the trash can and it kind of stunk over there. TK says they screwed up my load and now next 5 days I messed up. Gonna try to make it happen. Yeah, that's this. It's time of year. I believe Truckers Coach just started a live video saying your load canceled. Now what? Rick Jones, I'm allowed to bobtail to the next customer. Harmon, yes, I do vans. Yeah, I'm having fun, Gary. Pale Rider TV in the house. Think about hitting my ELD with a hammer. Hey, by the way, if you got a Qualcomm MCP 250 or whatever they're called, those little screens are about 500 bucks. Actually, a unit's about $500, I believe. I have never smashed one, but I have friends that have. New phone is a major pain to type on. I'm about to go back to my old phone. Says TK. Lost Cause, Anthony, what's up? Big Rich. But Anyways, I've been talking to a lot of people here, especially yesterday. A lot of Schneider guys, and their loads are getting canceled. It's that time of year. Battleborn, what's up? Another little tip is the Loves on 70 exit 246A, I believe, has the cheapest fuel on I-70. Don't know why. Maybe it's because they want trucks to get fuel there. It's in the heart of downtown St. Louis. Like you're not too far from the Arch. Have I noticed any parking problems, John Cater? No. In fact, there's plenty of parking here. And parking for the next 2 weeks is actually going to be pretty good because of the holidays. Now, that being said, Chad Boblet posted a picture on the Rate Per Mile Masters page, and the entire country's in red, which means that there's more loads than trucks. So it is a trucker's market right now. A driver's market, I guess I should say. And so you should be able to get some killer rates this week. Killer rates if you are on the spot market. Anthony T, I'm not a lost cause. Well, maybe I am. What's going on, Anthony? Saw some busy parking last night. This is just the beginning. Southside Trucker. Mike Mentor, what's up? How are things going with you? Another brand new IC. Or owner up, whatever Schneider wants to call us now this week. Carolina Ghost, what's up? Looking for a new phone because I dropped mine when I was getting out of my truck. Oh, that sucks, Harmon. I would start with... I like Galaxies. I like them. Rates is awesome, says Daniel Nottingham. Daniel Nottingham would know because he works for a good owner-op company there. Good. At home until Christmas. All right. After Christmas. John Cater, read this morning anywhere between 70 to 100,000 drivers to quit within the next 7 months. Yeah, John Cater. My Truck and Life Ace, Otterbox. I will agree with that. John Cater, here's the thing. There are people that just literally started their ELD like yesterday. They have not prepared at all. Okay? If you are just now going on electronic logs and you have never done it before, and I've warned you, I've warned everybody, you are in for a big reality check. Because, well, it's just harder. And a lot of guys are going to throw that out the window. Now, if you're an independent owner-operator with your own authority, you're going to see the rates go up. And you're gonna learn how to be flexible. You're going to learn how to make it work. And if you're a single owner operator with your own authority that has to run 4,000 miles a week just to break even, you're doing something wrong. So it's gonna, that's gonna take you down the tubes. Newhouse says there's still people not running ELD and won't run them. Right. Well, everybody thinks that, oh, you're not going to get penalized until April. Here's the reality of that. Someone posted this on Facebook, so it must be true, right? If you get a violation during an inspection, okay, guess what? You have 15 days to correct the issue of which you got fined, if it's not an out of service thing. So if you get fined for during the inspection, if you won't get fined, but it'll be marked. If you get marked for not having an ELD, well, guess what? You're going to have 15 days to get that ELD in there. And so there's more of a reality check. Chad Boblet posted a thing where he talked to a driver and didn't even know that there was an ELD mandate. because I guess the guy is completely off the grid, uses a flip phone, doesn't get on Facebook, doesn't follow YouTube, and doesn't keep up on the regulations. Dion Ward, I saw you hop in here, man. Long time no see. What is up with you, my friend? Things are going well, knock on wood, for me. How's your current adventure going? Trucking ban, Fuel Island insanity, right? Unless you go through Oklahoma, you didn't scale your load, says Anthony. Ah, taking a shot at Pale Rider. Right, if all the drivers quit, which is a good possibility. Now, you know, everybody's all stubborn. You know, oh, I'm going to quit, but that mandate comes through. Okay, you do that. Everything is progressing to the future. If you do not have flexibility, if you do not have an open mind, if you can't embrace technology, then this industry is going to leave you behind. I'm sorry, but the old days of phone calls and pagers and no GPS and no computers, those days are gone. As much as I miss them too, like I got passed today by a really cool cab over, and it kind of brought back, you know, some memories. But these trucks are so computerized, and they're getting more computerized, and you know, it's just, if you don't know how to adapt, you're going to get left behind. All of those that hate the mega carriers are the ones that know what's coming down the line, and they prepare for it. So, Carolina Ghost, it's talk. Most say they are going to quit, won't quit. Right, Ghost. You know, but I believe that half of them might actually quit, you know, because it's very frustrating to deal with e-logs. And depending on your, okay, here's another thing. Did your company, okay, I'm asking this in general, did your company set yourself up for an ELD or an AOBR? Okay? That's one question. If you're set up for an ELD, 5 miles an hour over when the truck hits 5 miles an hour, you're kicking in the drive. So places like Walmart, Dollar General, all the DCs like that, it's going to kick you in the drive just from going from the dock to the shipping office. However, if you're on AOBR, it's wherever your company has set the standards. Okay. Now, you still have 2 years before that gets into effect. I believe. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert. But right now, we could still go over 5 miles an hour. So, my Trucking Life Ace, shots fired. What? Ace is looking for a load. Surprised the one off the grid isn't a 99 or older. Who knows? John Cater, biggest complaint. It shouldn't be shoved down our throat, Steve. Just saying, but I guess it's what it is. It is what it is. Right, John Cater. I don't think a mandate should have happened. I don't agree with the mandate. However, it's here. Do well. Back out on the road after a year off. Here, owner op with Mayflower now is good. Ah, man, you're a bed bugger, Dion. How's that life treating you? You still got that white, or it was a white Freightliner or a black Freightliner? I can't remember. Southside Trucker, I'm thinking of getting a local hourly job. ELDs ain't working for me. Good luck with that, Southside Trucker. I really do mean that. That's not sarcasm. There's a lot of, that's going to be the next thing before people quit. They're going to see if they can't find a local job. And, you know, the companies are going to realize that. Now, if you've been an owner-op for, say, 10 years, going to a local job, working 14 hours a day, making $10 an hour, $12 an hour, it's going to be hard. It's hard to get back to that. So, Ghost says Company I'm leased on is EOBR. Ours doesn't kick on until about 10 miles an hour. It's nice. Well, that's good. I saw an option for yard move. Doesn't count for drive time. Not certain if it works at shipper in the yard. Now, weird racing, that would be cool. I'd be up for that, because you can't kick in the drive every time you want to move the truck. I was getting a scale ticket there at the Pilot there in London, Ohio, and this truck kind of, he didn't really cut me off, but he started accelerating before I could get, so I had to wait on him. And he came up and apologized to me. He goes, "Man, I'm sorry I was going so slow. My thing kicks on when I go 3 miles an hour or 5 miles an hour." I'm like, oh. So just pulling up the fuel island can kick you into driving. CPAP, what's up? We also get 250 miles of personal movement a day. Ghost, we have unlimited personal conveyance here, as long as it's within the 14-hour window. For example, I could, like, right now, since I don't have a trailer, because some companies let you do it with the trailer without a trailer, but the real rule is unladen. But I could go to the Blue Beacon, I can go to the Speedco and call it off-duty personal conveyance, and as long as when I go to pick up my load, which is right down the road, then then I have to kick it in the drive or on duty, because I'm on my way to get the load. John Cater says, explain why cattle gets 90 days and we don't, Steve. After 90 days, they will be right back in the same problem. I don't know, John Cater. I guess because I'm assuming it's because the livestock can expire in the trailer if they're on it too long. And they're one of the groups that are wanting an exemption. And, that's why those guys are always doing 80 miles an hour when they're empty. Ours has a yard move option up to 25 miles per hour, puts you on duty status. Okay, that's good, Chuck. It's I'm the special ELD with personal conveyance. Maybe the kicking on the drive is a good thing. People will slow down in the truck stops. That's true, Mike. That's true. Save the cow, says CPAP. They're trying to figure out how live freight animals can run on ELDs. Yeah, they're still trying to figure that out. What's going to happen is, I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest with you. I don't know how they're figuring that out. You know what's amazing is seeing how many people drive with their phones in their hand coming out of the fuel island. Like this driver that just came right by me. There's no reason for me as close as he was. And he had his phone in his hand. Guys, I'm working on a compilation with my GoPro. Every time I see a truck in front of me weaving, hitting the rumble strips and going all over the place, camera's coming on. Now, I'm not going to point it at the truck. It's just when I pass it. And every single truck that's going to be on that camera is going to be a truck that's messing with this phone. Just to show you how much they weave in and out. Get a freaking phone mount. For the love of God, get a freaking phone mount, people. Get them out and just keep it there. So, it's not enough parking. Truck stops only have one spot left at 3:30, says Miko. Snorlord, how bad of a guitar player does it make if I can't play La Bamba? LOL. This learning guitar is hard. Zach, don't feel bad, man. I'm a one-trick pony. I can't play La Bamba. I'm good with power chords and heavy down picking. I'm a thrash, death metal, heavy metal player. I'm not a lead guy. Now Steve Berger, he could play circles around me. So, but keep trying. I'm weaving because I'm trying to open a child-proof pop. Sometimes it'd be windy. Right, Miko, I get it. There are times when I know it's windy and stuff, but 9 times out of 10, if there's a truck weaving in front of me, it's because he's got his phone in his hand. So, phone mount and the Bluetooth, says Carolina Ghost. You are correct. Good evening, Travis Wilson. What's up? Heavy distortion. Heavy distortion hides a lot of flaws, Zach. Yes, heavy distortion. I told you I'm scratching my back when I'm all over the place. I told you. Yeah, well, that's why you got to get a back scratcher. That's why you got to get one of these. The most important tool in the truck driver's truck is a back scratcher. You can scratch your back. You can grab stuff that's out of reach. And you could beat people with it. And what else? You could drum with it. You can pick your nose with it. You can clean out your ears with it. You can if you keep extras, you can throw it at other drivers that are ticking you off. So, I've literally seen dudes with their feet on the dash driving 75 miles per hour watching Netflix. I'm sure scratching the butt. The butt. I've never used this to scratch my butt. Never. Never, never, never. I've had this a long time. I've had this since my trucking career began many moons ago. Eat with it if you don't have a fork, right? It's like a spoon. It's like a spork. It's like a spork. Liar. You can't prove it, Ghost. You can't prove I've never scratched my butt with this thing. Here, I'll prove it. See, it doesn't smell like butt. See? See? So, this live feed just went off the rails. That seems to be the trend anyways, though. Just have your live feed go off the rails. You do live in the Mizzou, right? I'm more of a Southwest guy. MSU. Dollar store, right? I got the same one. Yeah, it's got the little bumper things, you know? You could spin them. They're like the original fidget spinners. Check it out. So, apparently if you run this over your back, it massages it. But you got to keep it within reach, or it's kind of pointless. It's a cheap Asian massage. Our PA road's narrow. I kept getting pushed over the fog line by passing trucks last night. Yep, Ace. If you're in the right-hand lane, prepare to die because, you know, people hog up the left lane. Sometimes you go down the wrong road in PA, you're on an Amish trail. If you see horse poop, you need to slow down because you're about to run over a buggy. So, but anyways, a lot of canceled lows this week. Fortunately, I'm doing all right. Knock on wood, I found the exact load I was looking for because I knew that they opened up on Tuesdays. I got on the low board during my live load today, and there it was. It was like angelic choir. Oh, click. I booked it. I'll be home by Thursday, unless there's a shorty comes up. So, but I doubt it. My mirror was in mortal danger, says Ace. All trash haulers in PA on 80. PA roads rule, says Berger. That happened up by Grand Rapids a month or two ago. Pickup hit one of them buggies. Yeah, we got a lot of them in Missouri near me. And if you guys go back to my videos, the one that says GoPro vlog number 2 in Ohio, I picked up at an Amish farm, load of pallets. If livestock haulers are on the same hours of service as us, why do they get a free pass? I don't know. Because, well, see, here's why. Here's what happened, Southside Trucker. I get what you're trying to say. The hours of service hasn't changed since what, 2000, was it 5, something like that? Cattle haulers are notorious, or were notorious, for fudging the paper logs to get the animals where they needed to go. Okay? See, here's the thing, guys. The ELD mandate is going to create the changes that we need for the hours of service. Because instead of addressing the true original problem of the hours of service, we've just been fudging on paper to make up for it, right? So the cattle haulers have been doing that to the T. In other words, if you're a bull hauler and you're going through a weigh station, they know they could probably get a logbook violation out of you, okay? So if you're a bull hauler, a lot of bull haulers were probably really good about knowing how to fudge paper. But it never fixed or addressed the problem of the hours of service. So the cattle hauler group, association, whatever they are, should have been addressing the hours of service problem since the beginning of when they were changed, instead of just making it look good on paper. So they've done it to themselves. And now with the ELD mandate, a lot of issues that we've been complaining about for years are finally going to come through. They're finally going to come to light. And then maybe we can just start addressing the actual hours of service issues. Okay? So all these years of the bull haulers fudging their paper did not do them any favors, because now that it's go time, they're trying to figure it out, and they can't. So they've asked for a mandate, or an extension for the mandate. What's probably going to happen, Next Gen, what's up? What's probably going to happen is they're going to have a different set of rules, maybe a 13, 16 or something like that. Big Risk says, you're hauling socks, they're hauling live animals, that's why. Cattle can only be on a trailer for about 14 to 18 hours at max. They have to be taken off the trailer, fed and water, and lots to allow cattle and other animals off the trucks are far apart. Mark my words, they don't have to follow it, nor will they. They will be separate. Zach Robinson. I agree. They're probably going to have a different set of rules. In other words, if you have livestock, then you will have some kind of exemption, or like maybe a 14-hour rule in general. People want their steak, Anthony, yes. And there's enough money in the livestock industry that they'll make it happen. So that's the truth. Anybody, here's the thing. If you've been fudging paper all these years and you don't know how to deal with e-logs, you're now going to, you know that the 14-hour rule sucked. You know that the hours of service rules were, not that great. So you used paper to compensate for that. We all have. However, that never brought the true problems to light. So, because we just made it look good on paper. And now that we can't, now we can actually address the true problems. Now we can actually go, hey, you know what? Maybe this 14-hour thing doesn't work for the cattle. Hey, maybe this 14-hour thing doesn't work for the oil guys. Maybe this 14-hour thing doesn't work in general. Or maybe we need to figure out how to stop it. I have several buddies that are bull haulers. They are getting a different story than the rest of us, says Zach. I still say Carolina Ghost says, okay, keep the ELDs, but change the hour of service to 11 or 12 hours drive time in 24 hours, period. I think there needs to be a way to stop the 14-hour clock. Matt, what's up? I think that You know, you've already got the 8-2 split that you can do, but there needs to be like a 5 or a 4-hour split. Like you could stop, like if you're stopped for more than 4 hours, then that stops your clock. Carolina Ghost says 14-hour clock is killer. Right. That and the 70 rule. Wish they would adopt the Canadian rules. Makes sense to have the same hours since people go back and forth. That's been addressed before, and that's a good place to look. I'd be okay if they went to a 14-hour rule with no 70 or a 16-8 or split sleeper, says Zach. Right. But right now rates are good. But the holiday freight is starting to get sketchy. I talked to 2 friends of mine today when I was getting loaded, and they had 2 loads cancel on them. I see it on Facebook, both in the spot market and in the Schneider world. So Mr. Swift has started his truck. I wonder if he's going to pull out. If so, I might just move over. I don't know. But I got 60 people in here. I don't really have anything to say. That's very interesting to me. I'm kind of scared now. Just Truckin', you're right. Stop the clock, not add more hours. There you go, Just Truckin'. I think the ELDs may make our dry freight worth more in the long term. Next gen, 14 stops when you have 8 hours within a 24-hour period. Your 14 and 11 restarts. Lets drivers drive when they want. Also, a 24-hour reset would be a good idea. Trucks would be moving. Carolina Ghost says lose the 14 or force shippers and receivers to load and unload within 2 hours. Well, detention is supposed to solve that problem. You know, if your broker or your company charges, $100 an hour, they'll get you unloaded. You know, if your company, let's say your company has 4 hours. 4 hours you start getting paid detention, right? Isn't it interesting that most places will unload you in like 4 hours and 10 minutes or 4 hours 15 minutes? They will take it to the max. If you're a company that only charges after 2 hours, then 2 hours and 10 minutes, 2 hours and 15 minutes, you get unloaded. Here at the Big Orange, we got 6 before we start paying. Now I don't know when Schneider starts charging, but I think it's not too far from 6, because I have had many, well, not many, I've had a few unload times that were like 6 hours and 10 minutes, something like that. Just Truckin', 60 people in here, you have nothing to say, maybe we need to get a life. I think it's the title of my video. People are really in their feelings about ELDs. No more cheating, says Lafayette the Great. Canadian system allows 2-hour stop extends 14. Canadian systems allow 2-hour stop that extends 14 to 16, but doesn't count towards your break. So still extend your 14, but still have to take full break. I'm okay with that. That's a good idea. Stu Manchu, what's up? I still say charge more, forget the detention. Contract says after 2 hours, we reserve the right to find a different load. There you go. Now, does the CPAP issue is not a DOT reg, do you still need it to drive? Next gen, I have mine. I don't know. I don't know what the official rule on that is, but I like having mine. I want mine. So... but it's still up to discretion of the doctor. Now, here's how the big carriers are going to get around the whole sleep apnea thing. Schneider has their own set of standards that you have to get tested. In other words, if you get a DOT physical and that doctor says Schneider says if your BMI is over a certain amount, then they want us to tell you you have to get tested. Jesse Bear, I believe it should be 12 on, 12 off. No 70 hours. That would give you 84 on and 84 off in 7 days. How much does CPAP help you? I think I need one. Zach, it is night and day. I'll be honest with you. Before my CPAP machine, I was hitting the rumble strips quite a bit. With the machine, very, very, very rarely am I too tired to drive. And when I am, I just pull over. And if I need an hour nap, it is a very, very, very restful hour nap. It is the Lord of Snore. It is a necessity. And I think it saved my marriage too. So, but you develop a lot of heart issues. You develop a lot of health issues if you have obstructive sleep apnea, especially it's severe and you're not using a CPAP machine. Rick Jones says we all have good ideas to make things better. The problem is people making the rules are in Washington, D.C. Rick Jones, I remember a time, it was about 4 or 5 years ago, when right before they did that 34-hour 1 to 5 change and a 30-minute break, right before they added those, and they were having hearings, and people could show up and tell them, you know, hey, this is our opinion. Or unfortunately, a lot of the drivers that showed up at these meetings, all they did was whine and give special certain examples that didn't really account for anything. So we don't get taken seriously. But, you know. Food Mooch in the house. Welcome back. My BMI is off the chart, but I don't have sleep apnea. Just trucking. CPAP can save your life, says James Bess. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. So, but we are a very regulated industry, unfortunately. That's just how it is. I became a truck driver because I want to be independent. I want the freedom of the road. I love the freedom of the road, the nice wide open road and the freedom in the road. Yeah. I don't know where that came from. Cool breeze. Oh, we're talking about the hours of service with the bull haulers. Oh, man. So, anyways, that is all that's going on with me. No drama, no BS, no war. CPAP machine loves the CPAP machine, he says. And, oh yeah, I've got to remember to take CPAP's machine's wrench off. He didn't give me a wrench on his channel. I have to remember to change that when I get home. Pee bottles and garbage everywhere has done us in. Just trucking, right? I did a video, It's Our Fault. And that's exactly what I talked about after a driver poured his pee bottle, splattered all over my truck. And he was like literally 5 feet from grass where he could have dumped it. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Yeah, McGee Films, no drama. Throw your pee bottles out the door, says Food Mooch. That's gross. Juan Avalos, how's it going? 12 on, 12 off is how we operated in the Middle East. That'd be a good way. Dan Schmidt gave himself a wrench. Drivers go into the truck stop and still pee on the floor. Yeah, hitting that toilet is hard. Anyways, here's the view. Here's the view. The fuel island has calmed down. So, I will not be eating at the Denny's here. This Denny's is bad. If you don't get crappy service, then you get bad food. Russ Maynard can't drive 55. I just fed my per bottle. That doesn't even make sense. But Russ Maynard just made an announcement yesterday that he is getting his own authority. He bought a trailer and he's getting his own authority. Almost a wreck. Think I'll get a good footage of a wreck here? Oh, he's going to park by the trash can where I was. I don't know how these guys even have kids if they can't even hit the bowl in the bathroom. That's funny, Juan. Fumooch, I'm at the Flying Hook in Pontoon Beach, Illinois. Peaceful environment. I like that. I could be parking at the Edwardsville Yard, but why not? I don't need a trailer. I don't have a trailer, so I'm in the bobtail park. Now, if I had a trailer, I'd be over there at the OC. Zach says my wife gets mad if I put the roll on wrong. Man, must be really awesome at your house. I'm in St. Louis, out of hours, Food Mooch. Well, I'm not too far from you. I was just downtown just not too long ago. OCD. Oh, okay. Yeah, Russ, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you, sir. And I bet you got a lot of good help from Mr. Jeffrey Like, didn't you? And didn't have to pay for it. I bet Carry Food, says Food Mooch. Where's that at? Hey, that kind of makes sense, though. You're at a food place, so that works. Ace says, I think I'm going to wait for this load to confirm. Ace, you're playing with fire there. Sometimes if your whole week it's dependent on that one load, that first load to confirm, that could screw you up sometimes. Hold on, says Food Mooch. Next time a woman complains that you didn't put the seat back down for her, ask when she left the seat up for you. Well, now you're just asking for an argument, Dan Schmidt. Are you going to get your own authority, Snorlord? Asks Zach Robinson. At this time, it is not a plan. Now, there was a time where I said I would never get my own authority. However, circumstances are changing where that word never is slowly fading away. Still, no, I'm not ready to get my own authority yet. McGee Films says, I'm invisible again. McGee Films, what'd you do? McGee Films, let me go. Let the women do the work, lazy F sharp $. McGee Film says, good luck, Russ. Congrats. Just picking on him. If you get fuel here at Pontoon Beach, Illinois, exit 6A on I-270, come say hi. Damn, let's not be married, says Zach. Never say never, just trucking. You are correct. Never is a strong word and should rarely be used, says Nothing Witty. Interesting. 8021 New Hampshire, Afton, Missouri, St. Louis. Oh, okay. You're telling me the address. Okay. You should never use the word never. Says My Truckin' Life Ace. I'm looking at it as a backup plan. Still have a lot to learn, but have truck and trailer only pay 7%, but we haul cheap loads. I say never will I drive a truck again every time I quit trucking. Yeah, well, it is hard to quit. The money can be good, and having a 9-to-5 job with the boss yelling at you can be crap. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to get off this live feed. I've talked long enough. I need to shut up and drive my truck. Actually, I don't have to drive anywhere. But I am going to chill out. I got to catch up on some paperwork, crunch some numbers, figure out how much of a loss I got last week due to my awesome mistake. I made more money. I'm going to make more money in this load that I just finished and the next load than I did all week last week because I was stupid and did not check the bills of the address. I was talking about that to someone today. I did check the bills, make sure the trailer number was right. But I did not check the address. And we all know how that ended. Well, it looks like somebody's parking next to me. Good. And he's in a hurry. He's backing up real fast and everything. Hey. Would it be ironic if I got hit by a bobtail? Don't hit my mirror. Don't hit my mirror. Gosh. Yeah. Cool, he didn't hit my mirror. Last time I got out of the truck and I said I'd never do it again, and now I bought a Pete. Carolina Ghost. Gary O. Seabound. Yeah, if you're a Snyder IC, James Best said he's Gary O. Seabound. If you're a Snyder IC, there's a lot of relays that are on the yards right now, ready to go. Because that's how they're getting their company guys home. They're picking up any load that they can, and they're bringing them to the yards. Just truck, and I just checked that my trailer's orange and I'm out. I hear you. You're just jealous that Dan the Sandman liked me better, LOL. CPAP, do I need to make my Dan the Sandman video I did with Burger? I need to make that public, don't I? Right now it's unlisted. CPAP, I'm going to give you some constructive criticism here. If you're going to do a phone interview with someone, don't interrupt them when they're trying to ask you a question or answer your question. I nickname you the Interrupter. And you will have a much better time listening to Dan the Sandman. You know I like you, CPAP. You know I'm just giving you crap. Right? Jess Barrett, he's in South St. Louis. Well, I'm north. I'm not too far from Riot Land. Have you ever watched Alex Jones? Guy drives me nuts because of that. Oh, yeah. No, I don't watch Alex Jones, but yeah, there are definitely phone interviewers that like to interrupt. Afton, says Jess Barrett. All right, guys. Take it easy. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Click on the bell. I'm not going to sit here and beg for likes because that just makes you look silly. So, with that being said, take it easy and have a good day.